Hello, my name is Richard Williams III. The government's life destruction against me started on Monday, May 18th of 1981. I was here at this elementary school here. I didn't live very far from here, but it's kind of amazing how government likes to just take you and do as they please with you. If you think that they care that your child's being molested in group homes and foster homes and being abused further in foster homes, you're mistaken. They don't. For anyone who actually supports CPS, do not salute them, do not respect them, and I am extremely prejudiced against them. Because of the simple fact that children are human beings, not toys. We're not running a Toys R Us in the juvenile system court. To the juvenile system today, we call it juvenile child for sale, and that's all it's for. Now, they don't even know anything about what child abuse is. Nobody's educated on the factors. And throughout the 39 years of my whole entire life has been totally tarnished and destroyed and wiped out for the pleasures of these officials. People like myself who are friendly, kind, and considerate, generous, we know about women's rights, we know about men's rights, we know about children's rights. Children have the right not to be exposed to violence. They have the right not to be molested. They have the right to not be given a nasty reputation at the age of fucking 7. Now, how tough is a 7-year-old child? They're not that tough. Now, for nearly 14 years and 3 months, my whole childhood was nothing but torturing, tormenting, verbal abuse, verbal battery, physical abuse, physical assault, sex assault, and so forth. Now, a 7-year-old child to 8 years old, 9 years old is not going to sit there and have the knowledge to make threats to a 14-year-old. That's not going to happen. Now, in Booth Memorial, that's where I was placed after being in a home, wherever it was. The foster parents and the foster kids were just outrageously insane. They would throw me into a swimming pool when I'm only 6 or 7 years old. They would throw me into a swimming pool. Now, does that sound fucking normal to you? I don't think so. See, it's human nature to get angry and enraged when people are doing you harm. What is your purpose? What is your prompt? Now, I'm one of those children, adult survivors who have been exposed to violent crimes by government themselves. By the time I was even 7 years old or 8 years old, I'm already being ridiculed for being a sex offender or being sexually abusive to other people. No, that's not true. See, the government likes to alienate children who are victims of sexual abuse because they like to, in the future, say, oh, we can't let you have your child because you were molested, and because you were molested, you may turn around and molest your own child. That's what's called dictator and dictation. You're basically future fucking every fucking victim in that fucking country. Now, the Kansas State Child Protective Services Agency, they need to be forced and compelled to pay $2.5 million in fucking inhumane acts of fucking abuse. It is fucking insane. Me, I had a future. I would have been in the Air Force. I wanted to join the Army National Guard. I wanted to join the U.S. Coast Guard. I would have had a great fucking future for retirement. I would have been getting all kinds of pensions. I would have visited the Philippines. I would have visited Russia. I wanted to visit other countries because my life has already been tarnished as a child, has been scarred up through lies and deception. Now, I don't have no reason to desire sex from women. Now, if a woman was to come up to me and say, hey, hi, how are you? No problem. But, I don't go around approaching or pursuing women. I don't have to. Don't need to. Don't care to. People like me who are stuck in life with nothing, it's like, it makes any normal man extremely angry. It makes any normal man want to kill these social workers. So don't blame the victim. You blame the social worker because they're not intelligent. They know nothing. They make up their own allegations, and that's what they do. After being picked up from Galena, Kansas of Cherokee County, life has become a hellhole. I used to live down this street right here, South Wood Street. I used to walk from anywhere from here all the way through here and all the way down here and go down to my elementary school on 6th Street, East 6th Street. The social worker who picked me up on May 18th, which was a Monday of 1981, was Joyce Hamilton. And she came with people from the sheriff's department. And I lived approximately right about here. So I remember living right about in this area because the water tower used to be blue, by the way. But anyway, you can easily see that government doesn't like being honest. As a child, it was basically insane because of the simple fact that I was a child and vulnerable to being abused by government. Now, back in 1981, Joyce Hamlet and the rest of her team decided to go ahead and claim that I had mild retardation. Actually, no, I don't have mild retardation. I never did. And it's amazing how they come up with these stories about people who are normal as fuck. Now, I demand that, government pay $2.5 million, $2.5 million in fucking inhumane acts of abuse. Now, I've lived in this facility here, which is Booth Hospital, and I lived here. I used to run away from here all the time, and it's amazing how, government wishes. I used to run away and walk down this little path here, and I remember doing it as if it was yesterday. Walk and run away from this facility because staff were physically assaulting me. Adult They're not smart. People like me are brilliant motherfuckers. We are smart as fuck. We remember everything that takes place. We remember all the crap that took place, the tormenting, the torturing, the pinning the person down to a bed, pinning the child down to the floor. You don't need to do all that shit. And then locking them up into a fucking room? Seriously? A child at 7 years old is not going to do any harm or damage to anyone at that fucking age. They don't need to lock a child up. That's just fucking insane. Now, ARC back in 1996 had basically did an examination. The examination for IQ to whether and see if I'm even eligible to be affiliated with the ARC, which is for people with retardation. Now, April, I don't remember her last name, but she worked for the ARC agency. And this is Tim and Sue Colley, by the way, who were witnesses as my childhood. Now, these people were denied while in protective custody of Child Protective Services of Cherokee County. Now, I'm going to go back there again because I'm going to flip back and forth. Now, here is the point of facts. In 1996, I was basically denied services by this agency because I'm not certified, I'm not qualified. And I should be telling the goddamn judge something, not qualified. And it doesn't. It doesn't even seep through her head. That's why I pray for death on Lois Hates for taking my child, because I'm smart, very intelligent. And, it makes no sense. But anyways, Tim and Sue Colley here at 422 South Woodchuck would have been able to adopt me if the social services had not locked me up in an institution where I did not belong, and everybody knows it. First of all, the relationship with Tim and Sue Colley was destroyed by Jerry Ray at Parsons State Hospital and Training Center back in 1995, forcing me to compel that I had sexual fantasies of a 12-year-old who lives here by the name of Samantha Golly, which wasn't true at all. Jerry Ray forced me to confess that. If I didn't confess it, he was going to confess it for me. Like, what the fuck? I mean, this terroristic little bastard, I wish I would have killed him. I really do. He deserves to be killed. His wife deserves to be killed for being with him. And there you go. That's my opinion. Part 1.